Hello. Today we are making a lamb ragu with some pasta. The sun is setting and it's gonna take us a few hours to cook everything, but let's get started. First, what I'm going to do is just brown the lamb a little bit with some oil, and then we'll prepare, the ragu to slow cook. So we're gonna sear them for a couple minutes and then get started on our veggies and our sauce. And this is my first time ever cooking lamb. It's actually my first time cooking a lot of different meats because growing up I ate a lot of fish and more like plant-based meals, but I want to be able to cook anything. So let's talk about heartbreak and being a lover girl or a romantic, because this is, we can say, a little bit of my specialty, because my whole life I've really been into like the fantasy and romance of life and art. I read a lot of books growing up, a lot of fiction. I had a Wattpad in middle school, if you know, you know. So as an adult woman, as an adult woman now, I am more practical and logical with my relationships. However, I keep this taste for romance and for sweetness with myself. I think if you are someone, especially if you're a young woman or a girl who really feels things and loves the drama, and if that describes you, I think it's really important to learn how to romance yourself, because my life is full of special moments because I make sure that it is, and I don't wait for anybody else to bring them to me. I romanticize things like just cooking dinner and going to the grocery store, and I take myself on dates. I think that's really important. Like, for a long time I was going on so many solo dates, and it was maybe one of the happiest periods of my life. It's not about being alone, but it's about how you are with yourself in any circumstance. It's about how you are with yourself in any circumstance at any point in life, knowing that you can always impress yourself. You can always make yourself feel special, make yourself feel loved. I think that's a good place to invest this romantic energy, this loving energy. And yeah, on the life I'm looking forward to, and I never. Okay, so we just chopped some carrots and onion. I don't have celery, so we're going to put it in a pan where we just browned the lamb so that all the goodness can get soaked up. Okay, so next we're going to chop some garlic to put inside, and then deglaze the pan with some red wine. I have some leftover from when I was cooking Jamaican brown beef stew. It was so good. And I put a little bit of red wine. 7 cloves of garlic. The onions are getting translucent, so the garlic is going in, and then once it gets a little bit fragrant, we'll add the red wine. Let's do a haul of the other ingredients I picked up today. This is the pasta I chose, tagliatelle. I would have preferred pappardelle or something a little thicker, but then some beef bouillon. Whenever I use like bouillon or for like a broth, I have to be careful because these have a lot of salt, so make sure you adjust your salt. Some Parmesan to top it off. And I got these little thyme seasoning, thyme herb bundles, and I'm not sure what laurier. I think that's bay leaf or sage. I'll have to translate it. But thyme and something. This is gonna go into the ragu. Let's talk about heartbreak again. If you are someone who like feels things very deeply, which also is human, you know, most of us feel certain aches and certain pains. If you find that it's really intense for you, you probably also have a great capacity for creativity. This is where the power of transmutation and alchemy comes into play, because you can use your experiences, your feelings, your thoughts, and create something for yourself. I've written poetry for a long time, and although it warms my heart when people resonate with it and when they enjoy it and they find a piece of themselves within it, I really write it for myself, for me to process everything and for me to make it something beautiful. So whether you're going through heartbreak or not, this can be applied to any situation. Use that energy and transform it in a way that makes sense for you. Because even what I'm doing right now, let's dance. That's another way to move energy through your body and to also like tap back into yourself, is to dance. And if you're a woman, I know that moving your hips, dancing, whining, it can release a lot of tension and energy there and be really good for the body, for the soul. We're gonna add one of these herb bouquets in with the lime. Okay, so some tomato puree and then some water with the beef bouillon to make like a little stock. And then we'll add our lamb back in to slow cook in that sauce for a couple hours. This recipe doesn't call for any heat, but we're gonna add some because that's what I like. So it's the next day and all the lamb was enjoyed last night, but I had some sauce left over, so I just heated it with the noodles, and she is delicious. I'll see you guys in the next one.